All right. You guys know the drill. I record class 180 days of the year. I post on my website. You guys know the drill. I still do that, so keep that in mind. Now, you guys are period 3. Period 4 is next, and then it goes period 6. Keep that in mind. So we're out of here at, what, 9:49. So we've got about 30 minutes or so, or a little less. Okay. Here's the textbook we're going to be using. It's a pre-calc book. You're in pre-calc, right? All right. So we'll go through that.
Why is there a pepper on the books?
Yeah.
There's an island.
There you go. All right, moving on. All right, you guys know the drill. I'm Mr. Ward. Now, if administration's in here, just make sure that you're calling me Mr. Ward. It's a pet peeve with them. I don't care, during the normal day you call me Ward, but when the administration's in here, just call me Mr. It's their pet peeve. Mentor model teacher, you guys know the drill. We'll have random teachers, administrators in this room on random days watching. They're not watching you, they're watching me and the lesson. They might even participate in the lessons with you. It's a part of the position I took, so just get over it. What else we got? Assistant girls basketball. And then I'm a student council leader, so if you want to go out for student council at the end of the year, I can help you out filling out the application so you're on the ballot. But there you go. Background, you guys know the drill. I'm a Venture grad, graduated from Venture 2001. Yeah, I'm pretty old. Graduated Iowa State in 2006 and coaching certified. So coached everything except for wrestling and soccer, and I love soccer, but I've never coached it. So there you go. There's that one.
Football?
What? Yeah, I'm Venture days. Actually, your brother. Question?
Yeah, boys soccer looking for a coach if you want.
They are looking for a coach.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, right, dude.
What if you coach, I'll go out.
You guys lost.
You're trying to at least win one.
All right, classroom materials. These are the non-negotiables. Every single day you walk in here, you cannot walk in here and go, oh, Ward, I don't have any. You can't do that. This class is hard enough as it is. You have to walk in with these materials every single day. So number 1, pencil, not pen, unless you have one of those pens that you can erase and make fixes. Textbook with book cover. The books you're going to get, you saw it earlier with that thing with the pepper on it. They're girthy, they're weighty. They weigh like 15 pounds. It's got like 1,000 pages to it. Be careful if you're one of those that like throws it in your locker, that book will split in half. It happens every year to somebody. When you get the books, they will literally have pages fall out on you. Because previous years people throw it in their locker and they don't take me seriously. They fall apart. Keep them, intact for as much as possible. I know they're not going to be perfect because they're like 5 years old. But keep track of it. You do need a book cover. In fact, that's one of your first assignments. We'll get books on Monday. They're due, I think, on Thursday that week with a book cover on it. If you don't have that, you don't get the points for it.
Is there an online book?
There is not. That we have paid for.
Oh.
But I do have a link.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
One of my students found out last year, like, hey, Ward, do you know your book's online? I'm like, you didn't pay for it. Well, I found a link to it. All right.
What's the criminal?
So. Oh, God, it's on my camera too.
Yeah,
all right. Notebook, paper. Yeah, you do need notebook. Nothing's worse than walking in here, you're not taking notes. Like, the stuff we do in here is hard. Like, it can get really tough, especially in pre-calc. The first couple weeks is kind of easy because we're just kind of reviewing Algebra 2 stuff, things that you may not have caught or you just
Algebra 2
forgot.
wasn't easy. So.
Yeah, so we'll review some stuff so you're not like lost in the deep end. But you do need a notebook. I expect you to take notes every single day. Some of you can get away with it. You're like, oh, I'm not going to take notes, and you can figure it out. But I expect you to take notes. I don't want to hound you. I want you to take notes so you know what we did that day. Calculator, you do need some version of a calculator. I just prefer this one. It's cheap. It's like $8 a Target right now. That's the one I want. I have 10 in the back, but there's obviously more than 10 of you in here. Get a calculator. Bring it every single day so you know how to use yours. So when you're on the test, you know how to use it. Chromebook. Yeah, there's certain days we will research stuff. We'll look up stuff for the actual class. There's videos we're going to watch. So keep that in mind, you do need your Chromebook. These are things that are non-negotiable. You will need them, okay? All right, textbook, here it is. It's that thing with the pepper on it. It's $100 according to Amazon like 5-6 days ago. I looked at it. It's expensive. If you damage it, break it, like where it's beyond repair, you have to pay that. And that's what I expect. And you
So
have to
if
pay
our chunks
upfront.
of the book
What?
fall out because somebody else.
No, that I expected, but it's like
5 cents a page.
yeah, but I'm expecting like you lost it, right? It became so like damaged in your car, like or you spilled something on it. I expect you to fix that like immediately.
Like car crash, like we
Yeah,
got
like it's gone. Like I expect you to fix it. So okay, and that'll be like upfront, like that day I'm ordering a new one. You have to pay me. So keep that in mind. It's got a ton of pages. Yeah, some of them are gonna fall out because of previous years. expect that. I'll try to get you a better book, but I have limited copies of it. So keep that in mind. 13 chapters. It's not Dead Poet Society. If you ever watched a movie with Robin Williams, leave the chapters in it. These are the chapters we're going to cover. Yeah, there's a chapter called Chapter P. It's prerequisites. It's all Algebra 2 stuff. We do review that for like 2 or 3 weeks to make sure you're kind of like, you have a solid base before you get started in the heavy stuff. But it will seem easy. Don't like tune out, because at some point we'll get something like, oh my god, I didn't even know you could do that. So keep that in mind. Calculators. This is $5 one. It's got a bunch of fancy buttons. It works perfect. That's great. This is a $200 monstrosity. You can't even use that in high school or college. Don't buy that stupid thing. For $200, you can buy a used iPad. You can download the Texas Instrument app, and it could do more than that stupid thing can. So don't buy it. It's dumb. Don't buy it. That's a waste of money. This is a $10 one from like Walmart and Target. It's cool. It's got a bunch of buttons on it. I prefer this one though. It's $8 at Target. Like no joke. I'm not plugging that for Target. It's like this was $8 on like Walmart and Target's website this week only.
Smile at the camera ward.
He's getting paid.
That calculator, if you're going into Calc 1 in college, they expect that calculator. Like if you're going to take Calc through me, you don't need it, but this is something like in college they would expect you to buy. That's like $130. I prefer like
I just realized, calculators, calculus. I'm dead serious.
You guys don't hurt yourself. All right, class of expectations. These are the non-negotiables every single day. Quiet learning environment. I expect it to be lively. You guys know the drill. But if it needs to be pin drop quiet because the stuff we're doing today is like that hard, I expect you to be at that level where everyone can pay attention to it. Because I know like in the back, it's hard to see the board. It's even harder when you got 5 people in front of you talking because you can't hear the little details I'm talking about. I expect you to respect your classmates. I don't care if you have a personal beef or you have drama with somebody. Leave the drama out of this room. I do not want drama. I don't want it. Like that's not the purpose of being in this room. Respect your classmates enough that for one class period you can forget about all of your troubles and you're here to learn something. Okay? Take responsibility and challenge yourself. This can be hard. I don't expect you to get it on day 1, but I do expect you to try and ask questions and try to get to that level where you're like, I can somewhat understand what we're doing. Because there's some days like, it'll be tough for the point you're like, I have no idea what you just did. Like, I don't. That's why we have multiple days when we go over a section so you can ask questions. We can try to get to a point where I can teach it to a point where you're like, okay, I understand the purpose of it, and I can at least do a few parts of it, and then we can fill in the gaps later. Okay? Mr. Hicks points, you can see them on that board over there, the door over there. Be here, be on time. It's 3rd period. For the love of God, don't be late. Because if you're late, if you walk in that door 1 minute after the bell rings, boom, you have 10 minutes detention. If you're 20 minutes late because you're in the bathroom, you have 20 minutes plus 10 minutes. So keep that in mind. And you have to do that before or after school. So don't be late, okay? Do the right thing. When you walk in here, the purpose you're in here is to learn something, or at least attempt to learn it that day. And try your best at it. I don't expect you to be perfect, because I'm not perfect, no one else is. But I expect you to try your best when you're in this room and to remember the focus of like, we want to learn math. I don't want to be, having to calm people down because you think it's a party time in here, it's not. But I do expect you to be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else that you're not. Don't try to, don't try to act dumb when you're not. Because you are in here for a purpose. You're the elite of the elite. You're the smart kids in the group. And I know it. You can't fake it. Because you made it to this point. So try your best. I'll try to fill in the gaps because I can teach math to anybody.
Is it calculus like the more like elite?
That's tough. That's elite, but that's for a purpose like if you're going to engineering. Like you're taking that for a reason. You're going into some upper level math. This is a tough class. It is. But if you're in pre-calc, you're in for a reason. So. All right. Class. Now, disruptive behavior, not tolerated. I don't want to have to correct people all the time. It's not tolerated, especially if you're going to cause drama. You're going to be getting after something. Like, don't be in here. Go talk to somebody about your problem, because I know everyone's got something outside this class. This is not your only part of your day. I understand that. But if you need to talk to somebody, find the correct channels to do that. Don't bring it in here, okay? Homework expected to be completed. Yes, we do have homework. We'll have homework a lot. You guys know this. I expect to be completed on the days I have it assigned. You can see an example. Like next Thursday, you have a book cover due. Don't walk in here Thursday and go, I didn't really do it, I'm going to finish it today. It's due when you walk in this room. That way you never have to worry about it. It's due when you walk in this room. Sign a textbook, you will get that. They're individually numbered. Don't lose it, don't damage it. Singing arrangement, yes, we'll have a singing arrangement. Eventually it might go away, but expect a singing arrangement for a little while. Because I know some people like to be in the front, some people like to be in the back. I understand that, you have your own learning style. But keep that in mind. Cell phones, iPods, I dated myself there, but cell phones, they gotta be in the back caddy. So when you walk in here Tuesday or whatever day we're back, put it in the back caddy. Don't lie to me, don't put it in your hoodie, don't put it in your pocket. Put it in the back caddy. Because if it goes off and I see it, you don't get the phone back. I don't even give you a warning, like it's mine. And it's not, oh, word, I'll put it back there. No, it's mine. You just lost it, you just lied to me. So, keep that in mind. Disabilities, you've gotta let me know if you have a disability. Like I have hearing problems, you know that, I talk really loud. I can't hear most things. So, if you have a disability, you have a hearing challenge, you have a seeing thing, you have a migraine that day, you have to let me know and I can get you in the right spot where you can be. Because if you have a migraine, you might want to take a test back there. Maybe you want to sit in the front row because you forgot your glasses. It happens, I understand that. But nothing's worse than coming November, and then I find out that you've had vision problems because you've been changing your lenses and you're having vision issues. Like that's the worst thing to happen in November when your parents tell me that you can't see the board. You got to let me know before that. Cheating is not tolerated. I know there's websites such as Slater. I'm not a moron. I can research the internet, right? But I expect you to try your best. No, that's fine. Those websites are there for a purpose. You can check your answers. I understand that. That's actually a nice thing to do. Like, did I even do it right? Perfect. But if you're just going on that website and just copying their answers, like, that's my homework today. What are you doing? You're not even learning it. Like, you're not even attempting to, like, make those connections in your head. I expect you to try your homework. Do your best at it. Do I expect you to be perfect? No, because you get to redo your homework. You didn't get perfect score? Make fixes. Turn it back in. I'll regrade it. You guys know the drill. Because I'd rather have you learn it than worry about a stupid grade, because grades don't matter. They really don't. It's just a letter. But if it's too much to handle, too bad, so sad. If you're in high school, you're in pre-calc for a reason. Figure it out. Homework. 2 to 3 assignments a week. Expect 2. Minimum of 2 a week. That's what we do. You guys know the drill. I've always done that. 10 to 15 problems. There's days, these problems are tough. They're hard, and they're going to take you a while. I understand that. So keep that in mind.
Janessa Hunter and Alexis Coolman, please come to the office.
We'll do handouts and worksheets. Okay. I still have the website. You guys know the drill because I'm still recording. I usually post worksheets and homework there. I don't take pictures of like the actual like problems out of the book. I'll just put page numbers there so you will need your textbook. Or if you have that link to the online version, you can go find it there. Labor policies. You can always redo homework in that small time frame. You know, especially when I hand it back and make fixes because I still do that. But we have a new policy change. You probably heard it in every class. Late work is not accepted after 10 days. Like it's not to the end of midterm, it's 10 days and it's forever a 0. Like there's no fixes. That's not me being like that guy. That's every single class. That's our new high school policy.
If you're gone for more than 10 days.
It's 10 days.
What do you mean?
So it's like 10 days, like, so let's say you're gone on vacation, right? It's, you have, when you get back, it's at 10 days from now.
Oh, okay.
So it's, but here's the thing. Let's say you're in class and it's due Thursday, right?
Alright.
You have 10 days from Thursday, even though you're gone maybe Wednesday next week, it's 10 days from Thursday. Like it doesn't matter if you're gone in the middle there, it's still 10 days because you can still do it. Question?
Would you still take off the 10%
Yep.
after one day?
Yeah, it's 15% and 30% second day. So that's still the strategy. So that's still like, we want you turning it in like when it's
Wait, can
due.
you say that again?
15% day 1, it's late. 30% day 2 is late. And then it stays 30% until 0.
Oh, you said 10%.
That's because you can fix that. It's anything from 0 to 30. So mine's 15 and 30 to curb you from bringing it.
Holmes said 10%.
Yeah, that's hers.
That's what
So,
I'm saying.
yeah, because we can fix it from anything from 0 to 30.
What's up, Green?
So,
Wait,
okay, but notice this, 10 days, that's 10 days from the due date. So if it's like the 20th, it's due on the 30th, right? That's to get at least something more than a 0. So keep that in mind. That is a significant change because we're not waiting to the end of midterm and you go, oh, I got 15 assignments I'm gonna turn in. Because people do that, they've worked the system, we don't do that anymore.
I kind of did that.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. So now you have to be that person that gets your homework done. I give you enough time in this class to get it done and to ask questions.
Cool, say goodbye to your 3.0.
All right,
I'm graduating.
tests.
Cool. What's going to happen?
Hey, tests, you can always retake a test once. Every test, you can always retake the test once. It will not be the same test. I redo the problems, I pick new problems, but you can always retake it once. To retake a test, you just have to come in here, spend some time with me, go over the problems you missed, and then you can retake it at any point, we'll set up a date. But it has to be within that time frame, okay? Because I don't want you taking it 5 weeks from now, it's gotta be within the week after I handed it back to you. So, because you're gonna forget it, I understand that, that's how it works, okay? Because we're already moving on. Quizzes, if we do a pop quiz, you can't retake them. So, pop quiz are what you know that day. So if you're not paying attention, you're like daydreaming, that's your grade, and it stays forever on the grade book that way. So keep that in mind. I'm not the person that does like the 5-point check things. I don't do that, that's not my style. My quiz is like, we did something difficult, and I need to know that you understood it on day 2 or 3 of us doing it. Because homework may not, get the whole feel for it. So keep that in mind. Expect 1 pop quiz per unit that we're in. Units are about 4 to 5 sections long. So it could be every 2 sections.
So we would not know about the pop quiz till
No.
the day of?
No. Unless I go, quiz
pop
Tuesday.
quiz.
So I usually do that. So, okay.
We will know about it.
Yeah, I usually preview morning, but if it's a pop quiz, there's some that I will spring on. Grading scale, you guys know the drill. If it's a 90, it's an A. 80 is a B, 70 it's a C, 60 it's a D, F is 59 below. Again, you just take your score divided by what it was total. That's how you figure out what grade it is. Grade book, 40-40-20 rule. Some classes are different. 40% first quarter, 40% second quarter, 20% for the semester test. Yes, you take semester test here. It's going to go over that semester. We review 5 days leading up to it. Usually most people that take my test think it's ridiculously simple because we review for literally 5 days. I spoon feed you to know how to do it. Grade book, it's still the same idea. Notice most of your grade is homework because we spend the most time on homework. We do. That's most of your grade. Tests and quizzes are still important. And yes, there is participation. We do projects in here. We do like little things where we watch a video and we do some math on it. That's 5%. Or if you're not paying attention, you're not bringing your stuff. There are certain days I'll do book checks. So like I'll work like, hey, next week, next Monday, we're doing a book check. Bring your book. If you don't bring it, you lose points because you're not bringing the things you're supposed to have every single day. It's pretty easy. Okay, questions? Okay, let me start this up the camera. Now, my website, mrward.org or ghvmath.com. There's a bunch of other links I have. They all go to the same website. Let me flip to it. Not that. Here it is. Okay. Spent a lot of time and money on this, so use it. It's there for you guys. It's 180 days of the year. I record class. And then I post it online after school. That's how it works. I have quotes, still very similar. Here's the lesson plans. This is what we did today. Yeah, I already have today's posted. I just don't have the video there. I'll post that at the end of the day. But everything else is there. So for pre-calc, you can click this little link. Click pre-calc and click homework. But it will all take you to the same thing. It'll take you to what we did that day. If there's a PowerPoint, I put PowerPoints there. If we have notes that are really tough, I take pictures of some of these notes. I post them up there. It is not an excuse for you to go, man, it'll be on the website, I'll just see it later. No, it's there for the people that are gone. They can get the notes from somebody. It's not that you have an excuse not to take notes. Videos, they'll be at the bottom. Obviously, I have a new camera since I think the last time you guys were in here. It's pretty nice quality. It sounds really good. I have a really nice mic on it. You can turn it up. It has closed captioning in case you need to read what I just said. You can put it in multiple languages, so keep that in mind. So.
Thank God I only read Chinese.
Yeah. All right. But there's websites. Now, for you guys, you can scroll down the website when you're on the main page or just go on the daily lessons at the top. I have previous years up there, but every year is different. I would just say just stick up with daily lessons and you can click on pre-calc and go from there.
You said MrWard.org, right?
Yeah, it's over there. MrWard.org or ghvmath.com. I think it's pretty easy.
It's a shame I was.
But they'll all be down here. You can scroll, I'll have every video, there'll be like little links here, you can scroll through the week. I separate them by chapter that we're in, or unit. So like when we go on like chapter 1, we're in chapter P right now, but we're in chapter 1, I'll move this one down and chapter 1 will be here. So it'll always be at the top like the current video. But there'll be a spin wheel you can go back to every single day. Second semester, whatnot. I had some technical issues last year with videos, so I would say if you're gonna go back to a video, go back to maybe 2 years ago, not last year or something. The second semester last year was a trainer. I was having technical difficulties, but they're all there and I record every single day. So, okay, questions for me?
How long did it take you to build that?
3-4 days, like consistently, and then
yeah.
lots of money. Like I pour a ton of money into that website. Like, it's excessive. I told my wife she'd probably divorce me tomorrow. I'm gonna spend more money on the tech just to make sure it looks good.
Does the school reimburse you for it then?
Not a dime. And I don't put any ads on it, and I don't put,
I'd sue.
and I don't, on my YouTube videos, I don't like take revenue from it. And I get like 2,000 hits a month on my website, so I could get serious money, but I don't. So, because
Put
it's
ads on it, baby.
Yeah.
So,
you
I don't
should
start
make
promoting
that.
because I don't want ads, I don't want anything like that. Nope.
Get
I don't want
I'm gonna set up a tip jar in here, Warren.
Nope, I don't want it. That's not the purpose. So.
I reckon Captain Viking.
Now, you guys know your schedules for later today. Remember, next period is period 4. Keep that in mind. And then it'll be period 6 and 7. You have meetings this afternoon. Keep in mind, especially the homecoming meeting, there's a bunch of stuff you guys gotta go through for that. But I think that's pretty much about it. Cool. Is there any other questions you guys got for me?
Okay, instead of having like the actual textbook, can we just bring the online version?
Once I'm gonna give you the link.
Okay.
Okay. The problem is, it's not like the geometry book that we had, where you could like type the page and it would go there. Like this is like, you have to like click, 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 and go through the pages. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, so if you're on like page like 100, it'd be like, forever you like bookmark that. Like it would take forever. So, keep that in mind. It's not convenient, but it is online. And it was just because somebody found it, like some person posted it online. So I was like, I can only imagine the lawsuit there. So I'm like, I will never put a link on my website with that thing. So I'll write it on the board, but I'm never going to put it on my website. I don't need that
Better
lawsuit.
turn the camera off.
You find it on Pirate
I'm going
Day.
to edit that out really quick. All right.
He puts a black bar over his mouth.
It'll just go scratchy in a few seconds.
The black book.
Back
No,
to
but
you
my-
guys laugh.
Like, what's going on?
What's going on in the class right
Yeah, it's pretty.
now?
Kiana will be here later, Haley will be here later, she's still at basic training, so she'll be here within, I think, 2-3 weeks, something like that.
God, I don't want to sit
Kiana, welcome, I've ever had you in class, so welcome, so, but everyone else I have, so. But yeah, that'll change, that'll probably change maybe even Tuesday or Wednesday. I think Wednesday's the day, it's cutoff day for finalizing your schedule, but probably by this point you probably already know what your schedule is, or at least you're gonna keep it.
I don't even know what class I have next period.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah.